What's up, y'all? So we back for another episode, man. We back in the lab. We back in the studio, and we got episode 5, Bromance. Yes, Bromance. Bromance. I know you're wondering what the hell is bromance, but I'm gonna break it down for you. We're gonna get real in depth on this. So the actual definition of bromance is a non-sexual relationship between men. So that's definitely not what I would tell anybody it is. But that's the dictionary term, that's the Google term. So my definition of bromance is, my man, one of my main men, my crew, somebody I look at as a brother, that I would do anything for, live or die for, help in any way, shape, or form I can to continue to uplift that person. They uplift me, you know what I'm saying, who I can lean on when I'm down at back and forth. That's what bromance is to me. You know what I'm saying? So for me, coming up, man, before bromance was a word, growing up as a youngin', with dad not around, you know what I'm saying, and mom getting it done, she working like crazy. So, I always look to my friends, you know what I mean? Always look to my friends for, almost everything, especially anything, as far as me being a man or growing into a man. I didn't really have anybody to point me in the right direction. So, I'm talking about tying a tie, a job interview, going to see a chick or something like that. Like I always had to go to my mans and them. I never felt comfortable talking to my mother about nothing like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that bromance, man, this has been something that I've been practicing since I was, it's forever. You know what I mean? At least shit. Uh 30 of my 35 years. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, when you find that, man, you gotta keep them people close, man. When you got a good dude, man, you know what I'm saying? When you got just somebody, you know what I mean, y'all mesh together, you know what I mean, like minded, you know what I mean? Just the plan of attack is the same. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep people like that close, man, because you just never know nowadays, man. You know what I mean? Shit happens, or you move, you get a new job, or just anything, man, could just break y'all apart. You don't want that. So, I had a lot of people, man, who looked out for me when I was a youngin', you know what I mean? But when I got to high school was when I actually met, you know what I'm saying, like my best friend to this day, you know what I mean? Ninth grade, you know what I mean? Homeroom. And I think we was in matter and energy class, man, science joint. And I'm in the joint, we chilling, you know what I mean? We in there kind of goofing off, and I had seen this man up front. And he was kind of like looking back, but we could tell he didn't know nobody because we ain't never seen him in middle school. So I was like, this nigga knew. You know what I'm saying? So then he kept seeing him in the hall. You know what I mean? We get to lunch, and I'm like, you know what I mean? He walking by. And I'm like, hey, come on, bro. You can sit with us. You know what I'm saying? And then from that day forth, man, it's been my best friend, man. You know what I'm saying? And our bromance, man, has just been it's just you can't put nothing over it, man. Like, you know what I mean? His family took me in, you know what I'm saying, open arms, always looked out for me, man. Just, got on me, you know what I mean, when I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? Just really, really just been keeping it real with me, you know what I mean, for day one. I salute him for that, man. So, we used to hit the little parties, you know what I'm saying? We used to go to Rockville Sportsplex. We used to go see Backyard or TCB, UCB, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always roll shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Because him and then maybe like two or three other people was the only ones with cars, and we was like 16. You know what I mean? So always roll shotty, man. Always made sure I was good if I ain't had no cheese. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't have no money, made sure I was good. Back then it was only $20 getting to go. I don't know what they charging now. Or even the regular parties, we used to go up Magic Q, and we was in that. We was in every party. You know what I mean? We ain't missed no parties, and the school dances and all that. You know what I'm saying? We would link up before, figure out, hey, what you gonna wear? All right, this I'm gonna wear this. All right, bad. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna finesse something, you know what I mean? And like it just that it meant a lot to me, man. It probably meant a lot more than maybe he knew, or maybe he did, you know what I'm saying? But that type of stuff, it was just cool, man. You know what I mean? Just to have someone, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, he can never be replaced, you know what I mean? Anyway, before I get into any more depth, man, let's just get a quick word from our sponsors. All right. All right, back to business. So, of course, I spoke on just a few things, man, as far as bromance and, you know what I'm saying, like my best friend, what he means to me, his family, you know what I'm saying, all of the above. But you also got to think about them factors, man, of, you know what I'm saying, those main men that you may have grew up with, man, and y'all may not, I mean, y'all will kind of grow apart, you know what I'm saying, which is common, man. Like me, I left for the military. I left to go into the Marine Corps when I was 17. I was 10 days out of high school, cut all my hair off and I left. And I had a lot of folks I was hanging with before I went in. And me being a homebody, man, when I was in boot camp, I was writing my mans and them, I was writing them every day. I mean, getting a couple letters back. And they got me through, So when I got home, first thing I did, I came home, I went to see my mans and I was hanging with my mans, you know what I'm saying? Hanging with them, hanging with my folks, doing our thing. And then, I went to my job school. And as soon as I finished, what did I do? I came home, was hanging with my bros, you know what I mean? Hanging with my bros, hanging with my mans. Then, you know what I'm saying? I got to my duty station, North Carolina. What was I doing every weekend, every other weekend? Hanging with my mans and them. But what kind of started to happen was, now, you know, I don't know if you know, but in the military, you don't really make no money unless you're doing at least about 8, 12 years. So now, I'm coming home. I'm probably getting maybe, you know, $450 check. At this point, I was just a private first class. But I'm coming up the road. I got the Crown Vic, you know what I mean? That joint taking about $80 to fill up at that point. So now I'm coming home. I'm dropping my bag. I'm going right out the door. I'm going to hang with my folks. We going out to party. We drinking and and we eating and we doing all of this stuff, man. And then it's like I wake up Sunday and then I come back home and then I mess around and then I'm broke the whole. I'm broke to next check because I done had to pay for this person to get it. I done had to pay for that person. You know what I'm saying? I done had to buy this person food. You know what I mean? Because I had a steady job. And it's not saying that they didn't have jobs, but it's like, that's just how I felt. I just felt like, you know, so many folks had looked out for me, through my time coming up. It was just me really just paying them back. But then it's just kind of come to a point where, after I had been in the service for a little bit, you know what I mean? Now it's like, the things that I want to do are kind of changing. So now it's like I'm coming home and I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm coming home and I don't really want to do what they doing. Or maybe they're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm, as time goes by, I'm just kind of evaluating like, man, at this point I gotta find some folks, you know what I'm saying, that's doing what I'm doing or doing something similar. And again, that's not taking no shot at anybody else. I just think that at that point in time, I was starting to outgrow, what I'm saying, a lot of the folks that I was hanging with, what I'm saying, when, once I left home. So, what do I do while I'm down there stationed in North Carolina? I meet some new folks. I meet some new friends. And which is crazy is I happen to meet some friends that was from Maryland. So, we was right at home, and it was cool because, they still came home as much as I did, but we also kind of started doing our own thing as well. What I mean? As far as, going to other states outside of just coming home all the time. Like for us, down in North Carolina, it was the colleges, St. Augustine, Winston-Salem, A&T. They had the go-go bands would come down to the colleges and they would play. So, we would know, we would know a month or two in advance. We get our little fits together. This is back when Bama's was cutting holes in the jeans and was dressing, wearing the little skulls and the rock star stuff. I was fresh though. Don't even worry about it. So, what I'm saying? We would all link up, what I'm saying, a weekend. If ain't nobody had weekend duty or wasn't nobody in the field, we would all link up together, and we would probably either jump in my car or somebody else. All of us had full size cars. All of us had Maryland tags. We was representing Maryland, DC hard, and we ride up that joint, have us a good old time. You know what I'm saying? And do our thing. Friday, Saturday, come back, recoup Sunday, and just do it all over again. So, when that happened, I just think at that point where I wasn't pressed to come home. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was just like, well, I mean, I'm not alone anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the only reason why I was going, because, you know, I was essentially by myself, you know. But, so I did that, for about 2, 3 years. 3 years I was down there. And then, what I'm saying, I got out. And then when I got out, I came right back home. And that's when my eyes was really open. You know what I mean? So now that I'm out, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of the service. I did my time, you know what I'm saying? I come on back home. I come on back to Burtonsville. I'm back in the house with moms, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit. Just trying to figure out, what my next move is, man. Because, when you only do them 4 years in the service, it ain't nothing waiting for you when you get out. But that's a whole nother episode. I won't get into that right now. So at this point in time, you know what I'm saying? Once I get out the service, I pick up right where I left off from high school. You know what I'm saying? But not all, but the majority of the folks that I was fooling with, what I'm saying, was kind of like on pause. So I'm like, damn, I mean, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? So, I'll admit, man, when I got out of the service, man, I had brought home a serious drinking problem, man, because that's all we do in the service is drink. You know what I'm saying? Stress drink, binge drink. You know what I'm saying? So, so I had, I was having episodes, man, you know what I'm saying, because I was just bored, you know what I mean? Like I would just be drinking because, you know what I'm saying, like, well, I got extra $20, man, so let me go pick something up, you know what I mean? But I just didn't have anybody to kind of hold me accountable, to want me to you know what I'm saying, kind of stop doing what I was doing. So, after a while, man, after I started working, you know what I mean? I got a little job doing security, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little check now. And, you know what I'm saying? The manager of the store, he was a little older than me. I think he was in his like maybe mid 30s. But he kind of saw something in me, man. And he kind of, what I mean, kind of just was giving me advice, what I mean, looking out for me, started inviting me to, little functions, what I'm saying, talking to me about clothes, was really, really like looking out for me, what I'm saying, like a uncle figure, you know what I mean? So, I fully embraced that, man. And, I definitely thank him for everything he did for me, man, from letting me use, his work van because my car was down, to letting me, make little runs if I needed to handle some business while I was on the clock. I mean, all that good stuff, man. He just looked out. So shout out to Big Ant for that, man. But so once that happened, man, once I met someone of his caliber, like I just knew that like I could only be around people like this at minimum, because my bromance thing, man. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to catch up. I'm like, I didn't went out here. I done did 4 years in the service. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fought for my country. I went to Iraq. I went to Kuwait. I went to South Korea. Went to a couple other places, and it's like I just come back home, and I'm just the same nigga I was before I went to this. Before I was, before I even graduated high school. So I didn't want that. So unfortunately, I had to reach out other avenues to get what I wanted. You know what I mean? And again, I mean, as you see me today, I mean, it definitely worked out. And this is just one of the many people who I shared that bromance with. You know what I mean? So moving along, man. you know, as I continue on my journey, of the bromance, man, and just keeping good folks around me. Now I have to realize that you got to have different sets of friends, man, for different stuff. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't do everything. You know what I mean? So for me, like I got a set of folks that, when I'm doing my motorcycle thing, when I'm going to the track, when I'm going to race, I got a selected, group of guys that I'm with them. You know what I'm saying? When I get to the track, we together, we camped out, we doing our thing, we reminiscing, we enjoying each other, and then we go on back home safe and sound. But we won't talk too much track. That's another episode as well. You know what I mean? Like I got friends that I call to bowl. You know what I mean? I got my bowling friends. I got my PlayStation friends. I got my Call of Duty friends. I got my MotoGP 2020. I got my son who's my friend. If he want me to play Fortnite with him. I got my buddies. If I want to smoke a cigar, sit on the porch. You know what I'm saying, with some whiskey. Back when I played basketball. I got my b-ball friends. You know what I'm saying. I got my happy hour, my bar lounge go friends. You know what I'm saying. I got friends for when I go cycling, and I got my military friends, you know what I'm saying? And I got my wife who is my, my best friend as well. So, you got to keep that separate, man. You got to, it's healthy. It's healthy to have, different groups of friends, man. Because and what you don't want to do is, don't have the don't have your PlayStation 4 friends or your Xbox friends, with your cycling friends or your track buddies with your basketball buddies. It's not gonna mix, man. You got to keep it separate. You know what I'm saying? Because one group gives you one type of energy, and the other one gives you a different type of energy. And it's like if the energy is off in the whole room because they not meshing, then it's gonna mess you up. You know what I mean? So you definitely got to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? Who, when you had that, when it's time to spend that time, when it's time to reminisce. You know what I'm saying? Check in, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Keep them separate. I assure you, it's a good look. So, lastly, the big question is like, why is all this important? Why is the trials and tribulations and the lessons learned and different groups, why is all that important? You know what I'm saying? Speaking for myself, it's important to me because I'm a social bug. You know what I'm saying? So, I just, that's just me, man. I know a lot of people, man. A lot of people know me. You know what I'm saying? Just that's just who I am. But you different friends do different things, man. You know, if I need to get a lecture on some money, man, you know what I'm saying? I got a good guy I can call, to tell me how to move my money around, how to do it correctly, you know what I'm saying? If I got a guy who want to tell me about my fitness, you know what I'm saying? How damn overweight I am, you know what I'm saying? He gonna get on me and he gonna tell me what I need to do. And he gonna be like, look, I'm gonna help you, but I'm only gonna help you but so much because you know what you gotta do. So he gonna give me the tough love, you know what I'm saying? If I got a gripe about the wife or something, you know what I'm saying? I got a man for that who, you know what I'm saying, may be dealing with the same situation and I can kind of air it out to him. And even though he may feel the same way about his spouse, he's still at the end gonna say, well, look, man, y'all gonna work it out, man, because that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Or you know what I'm saying, I might have a military issue, man. I may have a PTSD issue, man, and I can hit one of my military buddies up, and we can talk, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And when we can get through that situation. You know what I mean? PTSD. That's another episode coming down the road as well, man. Serious business. But that stuff is important, dog. Like anyone who says that you don't really confide in anybody except confide in anybody except maybe your significant other or something like that. I personally don't think it's a good look, man. It's like you always need a male perspective on certain things, man. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that you're trying to get no points on your significant other, but you need it, man. Like it's been some days, man, where I've just been really really down in the dirt, man. I may apply for a job or something and somehow, some way, didn't get the job. And it's like, yeah, my wife will always be there to kind of, what I'm saying, pat me on the back. But sometimes, man, it's like, what I mean, the fellas got to come in like, look, man, let's get a drink real quick, man. Let's just talk, you know what I'm saying? And let's, we can get past this. It's like you have to have that, man. And I think it becomes more and more important the older you get. I'm 35. I just turned 35 on Thursday, man. Happy birthday to me. And you know what I'm saying? The friends that I have, man, I keep them near and dear to my heart, man. And like my main men, my brothers, my Tino Remorse folks, man, like they're my brothers, man. And they have really looked out for me, and pointed me in the right direction and just, continued to hold me accountable for my actions, make sure I'm doing the right thing. Just try to make sure I'm being the best person I can be, man. So just that right there, that's it's super important, dog. Real talk. Hey, and one more thing before I go, man. I'm wrapping it up soon. I know I'm babbling, y'all. Just bear with me. So for those of you who've been listening, man, and like a lot of the stuff that I said is definitely hit home. Like, don't forget to, pass this on, man. You know, when you become the old bull, man, and you got the younger generation coming up, and they look to you for that guidance, that bromance, like, man, I'm trying to do this, man, but I don't know, you know what I mean? And you got that information, like it's like an unwritten rule, unwritten law that you gotta pass that on, man. Because at the end of the day, we all want to see each other winning, man. And we all want to be, what I'm saying? We all want to be loved too, you know what I'm saying? We all want to be able to sit back, chill out, you know what I'm saying? Just reminisce, man. Just continue to grow. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely don't want to just leave somebody out there in the fire, man. It's when that you got the knowledge and the wisdom to point them in the right direction. But y'all also gotta receive it too. You know what I mean? So, it's a two-way street. But man, that's pretty much what it is, man. That's what the bromance is to me, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Some people might call it something different, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I call it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't care how it sounds. But just continue, man. The folks doing your thing, continue to do what you do, man. And tune in with me for episode 6, man. Got something fresh coming for you. Stick with me, man. Thanks for listening. Captain out. All right, folks. Want to thank y'all for listening to episode 5, Bromance, on the Captain's Law podcast. Make sure if you haven't already, if you listen to episode 5, man, you must already be subscribed. But if you're not, you're new to it, you need to be true to it. Subscribe to it, man. I'm on IG, boogie_TNR_301. Also, I'm on my podcast Instagram page, captains__log. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's on about 7 different platforms: Google Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, Google Podcast. Hey, I say Google Podcast, huh? It's time for me to go to bed. But anyway, man, stay tuned to the next episode. Good night.